Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours. And the World Cup final has been and gone, and it is congratulations to Spain on winning their first ever World Cup. A goal in the 29th minute from captain on the day Olga Carmona was enough for Jorge Vilda's side as they beat England to become world champions for the first time ever. Now, looking back at the game itself, Spain were the much better side throughout the whole 90 minutes. They had more chances, they looked the lot better side with their chances, and obviously, as we've seen throughout the tournament countless times, when Spain have the possession like they did in this game, 57% to England's 42%, it was just hard for any team to get the ball off them, and they did it again in this final, and yeah, it really did hurt England. Brilliant goal by Carmona after Lucy Bronze lost the ball in midfield, which left Carmona in acres of space on the left hand side. She did all the work herself after a great ball from Mariana Caldente, and then Carmona slots it past Mary Earps to give Spain the lead. England started to grow up in a bit of confidence, but throughout that game for me there wasn't anything that Serena Wiegman's side did to really test Kata Cole in goal. There was obviously the one chance from Lauren Hemp which came off the crossbar, but other than that I think it was an easy day in goal for Kata Cole, and yeah, it was just a disappointing end to a tournament for England, considering how well they had started to progress throughout the tournament, but in the end the final hurdle was too much for them. Looking elsewhere in the game, I think again the likes of Caldente, Teresa Alviera, Aitana Bonmati were just absolutely stunning for Jorge Vilda's side throughout the game, and you got to see again firsthand why Bonmati is as world class as she is. Just an absolute fantastic midfielder, one of the best, if not the best midfielder in the world, with some of her passing and the ability to make runs and make it really hard for England's midfield. Then obviously England made some changes at half time, bringing on Lauren James and Chloe Kelly for Alessia Russo and Daly, and for me that's where it lost it for England, because they didn't have a natural striker on. So they had Russo, James and Kelly, and none of them are out and out number 9s. They're usually wide players for their respective clubs, and it just hampered any potential England attack. They try and attack, putting crosses, but no one was there on the end of it. And yeah, I think if we was to look at mistakes under the Serena Wiegman era, that definitely has to go down as one, because it's those substitutions weren't the right ones. I think you needed to leave Alessia Russo on for a bit longer, because her hold-up play is at least really good, and getting into the box on the ends of crosses is good as well. I think it would have been more sensible to have taken off Ella Toon if I was Wiegman making those two half-time substitutions again, but yeah, it didn't happen for England. Spain did get a penalty in the second half for a handball from Kira Walsh. Again, it was one that took a while to be done by VAR, getting many angles after the referee initially didn't give it. However, Hermosa stepped up, takes it, and it was saved by Mary Earps, who definitely gave herself a good credit of a game. Absolutely some fantastic saves throughout that. But I think the main problem for England was really trying to deal with the pace of Spain. The likes of Pariuelo, Olga Carmona, Jenny Hermoso on that left hand side. It just made it really, really hard for England to try and deal with. And then on the right hand side you had Bonmati breaking through, and Anna Battier as well coming through as well. And then the last half an hour also you had Oyahan Hernandez, who replaced Alba Redondo. So yeah, it's they really made it hard for England to get off, and I think that should have been really obvious to see that playing that attacking formation England did, where Lucy Bronze was attacking so much. It didn't work for the Netherlands in their game against Spain in the quarterfinals, and it didn't work for England in this one. But full credit to Jorge Vilda's side. There's obviously been a lot around this Spain side over the last 12 to 18 months, losing to England in the quarterfinals of the European Championships, and then there was the whole 15 players not wanting to be there under Jorge Vilda, and you also had some of the players coming back into the side. There was still rumours going on around the tournament of whether they were going to be fully invested in his side and invested in his tactics, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they got the job done and they managed to become world champions for the first time ever. Now, can this go on and spur Spanish football like we saw in English football last season? Obviously, we know what Barcelona are capable of doing in La Liga. We know what Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid and Levante as well over the last couple of years have been able to do. But now it's about growing the rest of the division, growing the other divisions in the Spanish football to continue to grow. Obviously, this isn't the end of the road for England or this Spanish side. There's definitely more from both sides that will come in the near future. Obviously, we've got the Nations League starting this autumn, the qualifying games for that, and within the next 2 years as well, we'll be getting ready for Euro 2025. My final thoughts on the tournament on a whole: I think it was an absolutely fantastic tournament in Australia and New Zealand. Yes, some of the time zones being here in England wasn't that grateful, but it was just an absolute brilliant tournament. Some memorable moments. I mean, that Ali Riley interview after New Zealand won their first ever World Cup game, that Marta Cox free kick for Panama against France in the final group stage game, some of the Lauren James's goals against China. It was just a fantastic moment, and then still the craziest moment throughout this whole tournament was that Sweden-USA game where Sweden knocked out the United States by bare margins. Absolutely fantastic tournament. But don't worry, we will have plenty more content coming your way now that the World Cup is over. We'll continue to look at all the transfers, have some more breakdowns of moments and teams and players of the tournament of this World Cup. Plenty of stuff as we get closer to the new season as well. And back in September, we will also see the return of the UEFA Women's Champions League qualifying stages. So don't worry, we've got plenty of stuff to come, and make sure you are following us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news and stories so you never miss anything, and that you are subscribed to this channel with the post notification bell turned on so you never miss anything. In the meantime, once again, congratulations to Spain on winning the Women's World Cup 2023, and we'll see you soon.